Alright, so now I have already carved out all the whites in my design, and I'm ready to print my first color. If I'm going to do another color on top, I've got to make sure it's the lighter color that I'm printing first, and that it's going to work with the mix with the color that I'm going to do. I'm actually going to do kind of a different, slightly different design. I'm going to do this half in blue and this half in violet, just to have some fun with it. I'm going to show you a couple different things. So I have a bench hook that's metal this time. So I hook it on the counter or on the table, wherever I'm working. I'm going to take my ink, and first off, if it needs to be mixed, I'm going to mix it with a palette knife. If it looks like it's kind of got water sitting on top, that means it needs to be mixed. So I just kind of mix it a little bit. And then I get a little bit on the back side of my palette knife, because if I got it on the front, it'd be harder to get to go on the bench hook. So I'm going to put this blue over here on this side, and then I'm going to wipe off my palette knife with a paper towel. Get as much extra off of there that I can. And then some of the containers I have in jars, and some of the inks I have in squirt bottles. So if you have a squirt bottle, unscrew the top, like this is stuck, there it goes. Unscrew the top, and whoo, that's definitely not mixed. If that happens, make sure you kind of wipe that off, because you don't want all that oil going all over the place. Mixing in, it would be too thin for printing. Alright, to avoid that, before you take the cap off, squish it a little bit so that it mixes, but make sure you don't explode the whole container. If it's been opened before, you can easily just kind of shake it. It should be able to be shaken a little and squeezed a little bit. Get that all mixed together. Okay, now I should be able to put this across. So squeeze just a little layer. I kind of let the one edge touch, and I slant it up just a little bit, and then I run it across so it's not too thick and it's not too thin. You'll get the hang of it as to how much you need after a little while. Then I'm going to take this brayer, which is my roller, and I'm going to start here and roll up, and I'm just going to let it all just keep rolling up, because if I roll up and down, if I do this, I'm only getting the same spot over and over again. So I got to make sure I roll up all the time. And you can see the blue and the violet mixing together in the middle to make a nice blue-violet. Now, you hear that sticky sound. You should hear a sticky sound when I roll. If you don't hear a sticky sound, that means you got too much ink, which, there it is. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way temporarily. You can see in the camera what I'm doing. Now I'm just going to take, now I'll go this way. I'm just going to take and start on one end and roll all the way up. I didn't get that edge of there for some reason. Okay. Then when I go to set my bench hook down, or sorry, my brayer down, I want to make sure I set it up here at the top, turn this way so the handle is not in the ink sleeve. So I got the blue and the violet matching where it goes. So the handle away from the ink. And then make sure that my printing area is clean. You can move to a new printing area separate from your rolling ink area. So there's my block with the ink on it. I'm going to make sure that I don't have any ink all over my fingers because I don't want to make a mess of my paper. I'm going to take my paper, I'm going to lay it down, hopefully close to the middle. Once it's down, I'm not going to pick it back up. I pressed it down a little bit with my hands. Now I'm going to take my press, which is a Baron, and I'm going to press it. I have to give it some pressure. I'm not going to be able just to like lightly go over it. And I go all the way over all my edges, all the way over all the top. And then I peel it up. And there's my first layer. I'm going to label it. So I'm going to put my name in the bottom left, first and last. And this is the first one out of, I'm going to do 6. So 1 out of 6 is what goes in the bottom right. Then I would roll my ink out again. If I need to add more ink to that bench hook, I would. I roll it on to the same block if I'm using the same colors. If I'm changing colors, then I need to make sure I go ahead and change. I need to wash it all off. And then I do my second one on a separate paper. And then my third one, my fourth one, my fifth one, and my sixth one. And then we'll go on from there if you have a second color to add to it.